Hi, I'm Mary with the IA, and today I'm with Brandon, Scott, and Dominique, and we are discussing retention strategies for internal audit. What constraints have you experienced, whether external or internal, when discussing retention?
One internal constraint we may have is that a staff member might be ready to move on for that next role, whether they want to be into a controllership, operations, or other type of role. That role may not be available when they come to that point in their career. So we do have to look at possibly then working with them to stay a little bit longer within the department to wait for such a role to come forth. And we also interact not only just with our staff, but with the operations or the divisions where they may want to go work, to see where the career path might fit. Sometimes we may be able to convince that area to take that staff member on earlier because they see the value in the person. They see that they're going to be one of the leaders within their organization. In other cases, one of the constraints might be they just don't have the resources to put into that role.
Most of our constraints are mostly external, and that's, again, whatever the market you're in and the point of pressure that it creates. We are lucky enough to be in an area of the country where it's extremely dynamic, but the counterparts, it's making very hard for either hiring people or retaining people, because we compete with other companies that are highly successful and in industries where they are much more forward with certain things that they can do and offer to their employees.
What are the trends you're seeing with that next generation employee?
You have the next generation that doesn't want to follow the traditional approach of putting in their time and waiting it out. I think they're ambitious, they're highly educated, and they know what they kind of want. They want that next step, and they want to be challenged. They don't want to just go to a job every day and do the same routine thing. They want to have that challenge and feel appreciated and needed. If they don't get that, they're going to look to move on or move up, because I think you're going to see that with, like, I want to have more responsibility. I want to do more than what I've been doing. So that traditional approach is just not going to work in the future. I think it's pretty clear, and a lot of organizations are seeing that right now, of how to deal with that next generation of internal audit.
Back when we started, we perhaps were thinking about a career in internal audit. Some of the staff members joining us now might be thinking about doing internal audit for 2 years, doing something else for 2 years, and doing something else for 2 years, and so forth. So it's totally different in terms of their career migration and how you keep them happy and engaged. And they do definitely want to come into that next role sooner than later.
I don't see at all in the new generation what has been mentioned as this millennial being a generation of entitlement. It's not that at all. I think they're just brighter than what we were at their age. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's why they go fast, they're smart, they understand quick, they deliver robustly at a speed that, 20 years ago when I was in their shoes, I was probably not that smart. And the world was different. The world was moving slower. Hence, it would be wrong on our side to just apply same schemes that worked 20 years ago. And again, it has nothing to do with the fact that they are millennials or whatever. It's just the world is different. And they are equipped differently. They come to us with things that make them very powerful sooner compared to, again, what was happening in the past. So I think it's good, and again, it pushes us to think differently and do things differently.